So I feel like my job is to heal out loud and be so much myself that every woman who encounters Girl Just Heal feels that she has no other choice but to heal and grow and evolve into the best version of herself, because that's exactly what she's surrounded by the moment she enters this space. What's poppin', homegirls? Welcome back to the Girl Just Heal podcast. I'm Neimoya, Basden. Child, listen, y'all. First of all, how are y'all doing? I pray that y'all are doing well. Pray that you are healing well, feeling well, all that good stuff. Y'all already know. Drop me a comment in the comment section. Let me know how you are doing. Leave me a review. Let me know how you're doing. Y'all, I'm super excited today. I had a little bit of the giggles because I got a special guest on the podcast, y'all. This is the first guest on the Girl Just Heal podcast. Y'all know I've been rocking solo since March. Since we launched this thing, baby, I've been solo. But we gonna get into our guest in a little bit, y'all. I can't look at her too much. She told me I can't look at her too much. But without further ado, y'all, we gonna jump into this episode and we gonna go ahead and just start it out with what? Baby, the prayer cards. So y'all already know it is time for the prayer cards. Prayer cards. It is time for the prayer cards. Prayer cards. Hey, prayer cards. Prayer cards. Hey.
I'm not.
Hey. Wait, you gotta get into it, girl. That's a little song for the prayer cards. Yeah, I was telling her about the song for the prayer cards, and she was like, I gotta sing. I'm like, child, nah, you ain't gotta sing. So, and y'all, these ones cute. Y'all, we went back to the OG prayer cards. The ones I used in the last episode, they are but they ain't nothing like the OG ones. So we're going to let our guest for our prayer card, y'all. And I guess I should go ahead and introduce our guest before we get into it.
I guess.
Yeah, because I was going to wait until we was getting into the episode since we do. But y'all, this is, what you want them to know you by?
Juanita. No.
this is Juanita. I just make sure she don't want y'all to know her nickname. But this is, y'all, this is my best friend. This is the one I told y'all about. That's honey. Ooh, take a lot to get her. She work on the other side of the camera, okay? She work in the background, and it takes a lot to get her here. So, we done had some time. Look, she say a lot, okay? So, this is my best friend, Juanita, and we are here, honey, because y'all been wanting these friendship episodes, and I told y'all I was going to come back and do do a friendship episode with her, and we here. Brace yourselves, baby, okay? So, I'm going to let her pick our prayer card. Just pick one, and we're going to see what we got. What we got? Hold on, girl. I got to put them back in the box because they be getting lost.
So organized.
Mm-hmm. Because I be losing them.
Girl, just set it down. All right.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right. So, our scripture comes from Proverbs chapter 19, verse 8. And it says, the one who gets wisdom loves life. The one who cherishes understanding will soon prosper. Woo, Chad, look, let's go to another version. I like that. You like that?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, she's so shy. Y'all, brace yourselves for this episode. Because, honey, when I tell you she is not a camera person, she's just... But thank the Lord that she did it, y'all. Thank you, girl. Thank you for coming and gracing us with your presence.
Don't come for me in the comments because she doing too much right now.
Okay, so y'all, let's do it. Proverbs chapter 19, verse 8. I'm going to go to, what we doing? Yeah, we're going to do the Amplified version. And it says, he who gains wisdom and good sense loves, preserves his own soul. He who keeps understanding will find good and prosper. Let me do New Living Translation because I think that's going to speak to us a little more. Yep, here it go. New Living Translation. To acquire wisdom is to love yourself. People who cherish understanding will prosper. Baby, let me tell you a little something about wisdom. Everybody ain't blessed with wisdom.
No,
and
they're not.
I don't think everybody is, I won't say they're not receptive to wisdom, but I just don't think everybody, a lot of people doesn't welcome wisdom in. It's just like, I've been this way, I've always been this way, so I'm gonna stay this way, and it's cool.
I think a lot of people look at wisdom as opinions, really.
Mm. Dang, I ain't never think about it like that. So I feel like for me, what this scripture is saying is that as long as you stay teachable, like because it says the one who gets wisdom loves life, the one who cherishes understanding will soon prosper. So to me, that's saying as long as you stay teachable, as long as you not this type of person that think you know everything and you stay open to somebody coming to you and somebody, like they always say, the old folks from church, they got a lot of wisdom and they will always tell us, I know when I joined church, they would say, well, gravitate towards the old people because they got a lot of wisdom and you can learn stuff from them. And sometimes, some things, like she said, the opinions, and those opinions, like, you can take that with a grain of salt. But then there's some things that it's like, man, this person really is wise in a lot of areas. And if I want to continue to grow and evolve, then I have to be kind of receptive to that. Do you want to add anything else as far as the scripture? No.
No, you got it.
She don't want, look, she's, oh, y'all. All right, Chad. So we finna go ahead and get into this episode. Before we get into the meat of this episode, y'all already know. Let me know what y'all think about the scripture, what y'all took from the scripture, how y'all dissect it, and what it means to you. So let's get into it. This episode is about friendship. So I put up an episode a couple weeks back, and it was like when a friend ain't friend, and like a friend should friend, then that ain't your friend. And the homegirls, y'all been quoting that, child. Y'all been tagging me in there. Y'all been inboxing. Y'all been DMing. And y'all just been eating it up. But I wanted to bring my best friend because we've been best friends since 2011. Okay? That is how many years? 12?
Don't get me to add.
The math, 12 years. I think it's so that's been 12 years. And so as far as with friendship, one of the homegirls, well, a lot of the homegirls just wanted to know, how do you keep a friendship for that long? Like, what goes into having a friendship for 10 plus years?
Communication.
Mm.
I treat every relationship, friendship, any ship that way. Communication will get you a very long way.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes, so y'all, look, I was talking to her the other day and I was like, child, a friendship is like really a friendship because when y'all can block each other, honey, when y'all can say, look, I ain't got time for you.
I told her not to say this, by the way.
Look, I'm y'all know, homegirls, we keeping it real, raw, and regular. When you can block each other and then you can come back to each other, like you can have all of these spats and arguments, and not even just with friendship, but with any relationship in your life. Like I said, you really have to try it by the Spirit. Like you have to test it out. And a part of testing it out is you ain't gonna agree on everything. Like you not gonna, it's not gonna be a time when I call her and be like, well, Juanita this, blah, blah, blah. And she gonna be like, oh yeah, girl. Like she keep me in line, y'all. I'm telling you, like it be stuff that I'll go confide in her about some things, and she just like, I heard what you saying. Your feelings valid, but at the end of the day, you need to do X, Y, and Z. Like at the end of the day, you need to change you. You need to do you. And we need those people in our lives that are friends like that, because if we just have people in our lives and they just telling you yes to everything, they just saying, oh yeah, I agree with you. It's like this person is not a friend. They more of a yes man or a yes person, a yes woman.
Right.
Instead of being just your friend. So as far as us and just the relationship we have, when we have those tough times in our friendship and those times where like, girl, I ain't trying to deal with you. Don't call, like don't call me for a couple of days. I'll call you. So like when we have
see
those
riding or walking.
Right. Like when we have those tough things in our friendship, why do you think it's easy for us to just come back from that?
The easiness comes in the willingness to want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You care that much about that friendship that it bothers you at that moment. So you're going to say what you got to say and move forward.
Yeah.
And if you want to get through it, and if they want to get through it, you'll come together and get past it.
Yeah. And I think that's so good. She said the willingness. Like that is something, that's a quality that a lot of people forget about, because oftentimes, and I've been on both sides of this, but oftentimes it's like when you have a spat with somebody, it's quick to point the finger at somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
It's quick to point the finger and say, no, but you did this to me. When they telling you how, well, I don't like when you said this to me, you shouldn't come back and say, but no, you said this to me. It's like, let me respect what you are saying. Let me hear what you are saying. And if I offended you in this area, I have to be willing to accept the fact that I did something to hurt you or offend you. And then how can we work through that?
Right. Not be stubborn.
Yeah. And ooh, am I stubborn?
No.
Okay. Look, y'all, when I was like, am I stubborn? But I try not to be. And I feel like over the years with our friendship, I've come a long way. I wasn't going to tell them, but I'm going to tell them. Y'all, I didn't like her. Let me, look.
She tell the story to everybody. She did this at her wedding.
Look. When I tell y'all, and y'all, when I tell y'all, I didn't. And she was like, I don't understand why. And like, I used to hang out with like one of her sisters. And I just remember going to her sister and was like, your sister mean? And she was like, no, she's not mean. She just don't deal with a lot of people. And I'm like, whatever, she mean. And so it was just that first impression. Like, I don't even know what it was about
I was
her.
reserved. I was a mystery. You didn't know nothing about me.
Right. And I'm just like, no, like I want you to speak with joy. And I would see her, she's just like, hey. Or just like give me the hand. And I'm like, hold up. And so just to see us now and see that we've been 10 plus years in, it's like being able to be a friend with somebody, like it really takes work. And I tell that story all the time to people because sometimes when you have friendships, people think that y'all was just cool and click as soon as you saw one another.
No.
But people think that.
Mm-mm.
People think if you got a friend and y'all, man, y'all so close, y'all do all this stuff together. Oh, y'all must have clicked as soon as y'all linked. Like, no, it took a while. I don't even remember when I first met you, what year it was, but I know it was a couple years. It took us years. Well, when I thought you was mean, that was like long time ago. But like when we first like kind of got intertwined, it still took us some years because I still was like, mm-mm.
To be fair, she's a little younger than me. So I really didn't know her or notice her to begin with. So she just, I guess, seen me in passing and just automatically didn't like me. But here we are.
Yeah, I assumed, and they say don't assume, y'all, and I did assume. I assumed with her that she was not like she was. But then that's another thing when I say that you have to put it to the test. Because what if I'd have just stayed in that assumption? I'd be missing out on the best friendship I ever had. Like if I'd have just stayed in that assumption. And so I just feel like with friends, it's just a lot. And y'all, I know I'm talking like she is not a woman of like y'all got to bear with her, okay? Because
no.
this is the first time that she has been on camera doing something like this, and it was whew, y'all. I was trying to get her. I'm telling y'all, I was really trying to get her to just come on camera.
I almost flaked 3 times.
It ain't no almost. She did flake on me 3 times. Okay, almost doesn't count, Brandy.
Okay, all right.
But
all right, you gonna pull
she flaked on me 3 times, and I was like, Lord, I don't know if she gonna do this. It's like I don't know if she gonna do this. So, so another thing that I want to ask as far as like in friendship, because I really want to, like as far as like when we first became friends, did you ever see yourself becoming friends with me, or
No.
was it? Y'all see how fast she just answered that?
You asked me a question. No.
So you never seen yourself? Well, that's fair because I didn't see myself becoming your friend, but I mean it happened. So what was like when we started becoming friends, like go back to that time as much as you remember, like what was it about me that was like, okay, well she might be friend material?
To me, you were my spouse's little sister. So I had to get to know you. I'll say that. I had to get to know you. And then I realized quickly on a night where we were stranded. No, let me stop. Um, on a night where we were stranded, that we had something other than that in common, which was music. And the way she made me laugh took me back. It's still a memorable moment for me, and I'll never look at that song the same again.
Y'all, I want to insert it so bad, but I cannot because I don't want no copyright or nothing. So I'm not gonna insert it. But it was one night, y'all. We was watching. This is when our friendship started. It was the Love and Hip Hop era, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. That just had us in the chokehold. And it wasn't Atlanta.
It wasn't Atlanta.
What was they? New York.
It was New York, but it was just originally just Love
and
and
Hip
Hip
Hop.
Hop.
Okay, this is before they branched out to the different cities. So it was Love and Hip Hop, and is this song by Olivia on Love and Hip Hop, December. I messed around and was on YouTube, and I saw this girl doing a cover. Like, because around this time, this was 2011. So around this time, a lot of people was trying to get discovered. You got people doing covers on YouTube. Like, it was very common for people to do that. And so this girl got on there, y'all. She sung December, and I laughed uncontrollably because I'm like, them notes wasn't right. And I don't want to put the girl on here because I don't want the girl to see this and be like, but baby, look, them notes, if you did a cover in 2011 on December, them notes tickled me. It tickled me. And so, like, that's what really started. So that's the song she's talking about and what really, like, jump-started our friendship. And I can say for me, I don't know, like, as far as friend material, when I first met her, like, I feel like she do. Like, I didn't really think about that, and I can't go back and say, well, when I first met you, this is what stood out to me or why you could be a good friend. It wasn't until I got into the friendship or like we got into the associateship, whatever, before we just put the friend title on it, because we know people throw friend around too loosely. Yeah, they say everybody they friend and everybody ain't your friend. You got associates, you got people that you cool with. But I think for me, it was when I got into it and knowing that I could like rely on her. Y'all, when I say I can go to her and talk about anything, it's like you have this confidant. And I had been through friendships or situationships I thought were friendships, and they just went out telling my business to people. And with her, I was like, man, I could tell her something and I bring it up again. And she like, wait, when you tell me that? And I'm like, oh, so she can forget like that. Like, so, and I never had to worry about her ever going out and like saying anything. So that's only just one quality. And then over the years, like when you put it to the test, and that's why I'm so adamant about when you get in these friendships with people, you have to put it to the test. You have to try them out. You never know if somebody, and unfortunately, this is unfortunate. Let me just say that before I say this, but you don't know if somebody gonna go out and tell your business until you tell your business to them and then see what they gonna do with the information.
That's why you don't tell all your business. Let me interject here. You don't tell all of your business. I'm reserved for a reason. You know what I want you to know.
Right.
Don't tell all of your business. Sometimes people don't want. I ain't even asked you all of that. Okay? Nobody asked you for that. You just give it out way too much. And no, keep it back. Like if it comes to a point where it can be released, it will be released. And no, stop telling all your business. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm like, I feel you. Back to what she was saying, yes, don't tell all your business. But in the case where you want to know if somebody is your friend, it's going to be times where you feel like, well, let me confide in this person. I think this person is my friend. We go out to eat together. We go shopping together. We talk on the phone. So let me tell this person something. And I can't tell you. Go ahead.
Give them a little bit.
Yeah.
See what they do with that little bit.
Yeah.
If they can hold water, just a little sip.
Yeah, she running from this microphone.
If they can hold water, just a little sip, then you can give them a little more.
But what happens when somebody is just like in a rut? Something happens and they like, well, I got this person that I think is my friend, so I'm finna go to this person and tell this person what I'm going through. And it's not a little bit. It's a lot of bit. And they feel like they want to go and tell this person in that instance. You just tell the person and then risk your business being in the street?
Woo, no.
So you said don't say nothing at all.
I ain't saying that. Let me ask you this. What is the reason for wanting to tell this person something big?
It because you feel like this person, like if you feel like this person's your friend, going back to when me and you started being friends, I felt like at a point, like when we graduated from the couch listening to music, and I felt like we were cool. I felt like I could come to you and I could confide in you, and I still had a reserve because I didn't know what you was gonna do. But I just at that moment I felt like I could come to you and I could talk to you and confide in you about this, and it was something big, and I'm just like, I can go talk to her. Now, after I released that information, I didn't know what you was gonna do with it.
Gotcha.
But then it's like, how do you prevent that? I guess that's my question. Like, is there a way to prevent that? Or do you just have to? I know you said don't tell all your business, but if it's something big and you think this person your friend, it's kind of like, how do you prevent this from happening? Do you hold on to it and just say, no?
To prevent that from happening, you have to know you. You have to know your personality and what personalities mesh well with you. You will look at other people, let's say someone who's not your friend, and be like, ooh, yeah, I don't care for her. You'll know that instantly why you don't care for them because of their personality. So you have to know you first and your personality and what personalities work well with
That's
you.
good. Ooh, hold up, stay right there, cause that's good. Wait a second, no, I'm for real. That is so good because I feel like people, and I've seen friendships, you've seen friendships and situationships where people don't do that. They don't do the work to find out if me and this person is compatible because they think it's just a friendship.
It's like dating.
But
it's weird.
Come on. But they don't think of it like that. They don't think that, because it's easy when you courting somebody or he fine and I'm finna start talking to him. Let me see if we compatible. What do we have in common? Why don't we do that in friendships?
I don't know. And true story, she is just like one of my other best friends as far as personalities is concerned. Actually, she's a lot like my husband too. That's weird, but here we are. Here we are. It's just the girl version, but you just got to know what personality works well with your personality and what doesn't.
Yeah.
So yeah, again, it's kind of like dating, but you kind of trying it out. So when she's saying test it, court,
Yeah.
look around, see what.
Come on.
Stop it. See what works for you. Like you figured this out in junior high and high school. What crowds wasn't for you. You knew what wasn't for you. So
help us, honey. Help us. Help us, because let me tell you, you in the vein, as they say, you in the vein, and
I can't stand her.
That is a good point, because even for me, I feel like when I first started having friendships, which I don't got many friendships, and y'all should know this about me now. Like I just don't have many friendships. When I first started getting my friendships, like I've been friends with her since 2011. My other best friend, we've been friends since the 6th grade. And like, that's really where it caps at. I've had people in my life along that way, but they proved to me that they wasn't friends. And I feel like for those failed friendships that I had, it's because I didn't stop and see if they was compatible. I didn't do the thing that I would do if I was courting somebody. Like, let me see if we meant to be. I didn't do that because nobody tells us to do that. So you just helped me. Even though, like, I won't just say I'm maxed out on friendship. I don't know what the future holds, but I'm just saying, like, if it was another candidate that came, it's like now my mindset is to, are we compatible? And I ain't talking about no zodiac signs.
Right.
No, like, does our chemistry am I comfortable around you? Do I feel like I can come talk to you about things, or I can be in your presence and it's not awkward? Are we compatible? So that's good. So if y'all got friendships that, listen, try them friendships out, but make sure y'all are compatible with one another. That ain't just for dating. And we cap that off at dating because it's like, well, if he ain't no good for me or if she ain't no good for me, then I don't want to be around him. But no, you can't cap that. You got to be like, if this friendship ain't good for me, you got to chunk the deuces and just like, I'm through. I'm gone. I'm not dealing with this because I just feel like we're getting so older now. Not just getting older, but life is going on and we're learning so much about life that I don't have time to waste on unnecessary connections. Because if we ain't compatible, bye. Like deuces.
Not bye.
Like you gotta go. If we are not compatible, you have to go. You can't stay around because my peace is far more important.
It's a big thing. It's a real big thing.
Yeah.
Peace is tremendous. I could have something bothering me in the middle of the night, and I wake up the next morning. I'm like, I can't do this no more. I gotta say what I gotta say, and move on. Like, I'm sorry if this offends you. I'm not trying to offend you. I'm just letting you know that this is bothering me.
Yeah.
And if I don't get that off, I can't. I can't continue to either work with you, be around you, be seen with you because I didn't air out what I was feeling deep down inside. Yeah. So you have to do that in, like I said, any ship that you're in.
Yeah.
Communication is a big thing.
And I feel like a lot of, even with me, like I've dealt with communication issues and I hadn't been the best communicator and I feel like more so now I'm learning how to communicate instead of holding stuff in. Just get it out, say what I need to say and whatever. But I've always been a person that's tried to just try to be a little reserved and like, I ain't just going out here to hurt people's feelings. Like, I don't want to just go out here and just...
Sophia. Color purple.
Stop. Stop. But no, I don't want to just be going out here and like hurting people's feelings or just saying stuff to people. So I keep a lot of that in, and a lot of people in my life have told me that you bottle so much stuff in and you don't say this stuff, but communication is the key. But communication is something that you learn about in life because I wasn't just taught to communicate. If something wrong, just say it. Like, I just would hold it in and just be like, I just let the wind blow. And that builds a lot more tension because I even dealt with a situation to where something happened, somebody did offend me, and it was years ago, and here I am still holding on to it because I just felt like this person should know they offended me. And you offended me, so you should come to me and tell me. But it's like, sometimes what I found out is that you have to release that out for you.
You do, Nemo, because these people don't be knowing. They don't. They do not know that they offended you at all. You gotta say something.
Yeah, that definitely. So it's a lot that goes into this communication aspect when you have these relationships, or like she said, any ship. When you have any ship in your life, this communication piece is so important because you can turn a good thing bad or a bad thing good if you ain't got good communication.
Yeah, that's true. Disclaimer, I don't always communicate. I get told by several people who are very close to me that I don't communicate.
Honey, she don't. She don't.
So I feel like I had to throw that out there because some things I just don't communicate about because I'm naturally reserved. I'm naturally an introvert. So that's that.
So, and then even though, so we on this aspect of it, and all of this is just with friendship. How do you nurture these friendships? How do you build these friendships? Everything about these ships, but specifically these friendships and this communication aspect or this communication piece is super important because you can ruin something that's good, that's meant to be, all because you won't say you hurt me.
Yep.
You made me feel bad. I didn't like when you said this to me. I didn't like when you looked at me that way. You told me my jeans was too little. You told me my hair wasn't done. And I didn't like that. But because I didn't communicate that with you and say, Well, I didn't like when you said that to me.
Mm-hmm.
Now it didn't resonated and more stuff is just piling up. We just keep on putting trash on top of trash on top of trash. And it's like ain't nobody taking the trash out. And then you build up and you get to this point to where it's like this has went bad all because I didn't communicate.
Mm-hmm.
Lord have mercy.
Stop it.
Lord have mercy. I just blessed me with that.
She be preaching, y'all. She be preaching. Yeah.
I just blessed me with that because communicating is, and I've learned more and more. Like I just feel like I've been dealing with that a lot as far as the communication aspect, or peace. I keep saying aspect, but communication. Like I feel like a lot. I'm learning that and learned that because it's some stuff that could be solved. Like it's things that don't even have to be blown out of proportion if you just communicate. You can salvage friendship. Now, I ain't had no friendships that I could salvage from communication. All of them that left was done. Like, it was over with. Nothing was going to help salvage it. But I know, like, now, even more recently and moving forward in my life, Neimoya, you got to talk. Mm-hmm. You got to communicate.
Right.
You have to say how you are feeling. Mm-hmm. You have to get these things out. But I'm the person that want to hold it in.
Yeah, but it's on your sleeve.
Yeah.
It's on your sleeve.
And it needs to be on the ground.
It don't need to be on the ground. It needs to be in their face.
It don't need to be in the ground. It needs to be in your face.
It needs to be in their face. It needs to be in their ear. It needs to be said.
Yeah. So, and I think a big piece of that too is that when you communicate with somebody and say it's their reaction that you're afraid of. I know for me, let me just say for me, sometimes I found it that I wouldn't communicate because I'm like, if they don't receive what I'm saying and they just go on and say something else, now I'm finna get mad. Yeah, like now I'm done. Now 101 things in my mind because I came to you heart to heart and I told you offended me in this area, or I told you said something that I didn't appreciate and you just like, okay. That do something to you. So what does a person do in that case?
I wouldn't say don't let it bother you. What I will say is sometimes people take a lot longer to process than others. Mm-hmm. Give them a second to process it. Now, if they come back around, repeat offender, then that's when the issue begins. But sometimes
repeat offender.
Yes, repeat offender. That's where you have to nip it in the bud and walk away from it, or get a little bit more stern with it. Like, okay, so you weren't listening when I said this.
Uh-oh.
Stop it.
Uh-oh.
See, this is what she got me doing. Okay, go ahead.
No, I wanted you to keep going because that's good. That is good. She say the repeat offenders. Now, I told y'all my story about this ship that went left where I thought this girl was my friend.
It went under the sea.
Yes, it went under the sea. Under the sea. Come on, let's get it. Wish I could. But no, listen. This situationship, it went under the sea. Thought this girl was my friend. She wasn't my friend. And the thing is, it was so funny you brought a repeat offender because this girl was a repeat offender in my life.
Gotta see the signs.
But you know what? I saw the signs, and guess what I did?
Ignored them.
I ignored the signs, and that's the problem. In a lot of these friendships, in a lot of these relationships, situationships, is that we get the signs, we get the red flags, and then we just ignore them because we want to see the good in people. And I won't say that's a bad trait, but like, I don't know. I'm kind of like in between with that because if you're the type of person I always want to see the good in people, it's just like, man,
you can't stop being you.
Yeah, you can't stop being you, but it's just like it's hard on you because you want to see the good in people and you getting burned over and over and over again because you want to see the good in people. So like and that's something I'm actively working through, like trying to process that and just understanding that moving forward, and even with the friendships that I do have, and then the friendships that may be to come. I don't know just how can I see the signs. It's just a lot. It's a lot bundled up into it. And I don't know how long we've been going on this episode, but it's just a lot when it comes to friendships and we can't get into all of it in this episode. We've been going for a little minute, but I guess we gonna just close this out. But I want to, if you have any final things to say about friendships, the homegirls just want to know, how do you know when to keep a friendship, when to let a friendship go? Do you have any like advice on friendships, which you gave us really great pointers, brought up really great things about friendships, but do you have any closing, just anything, remarks about all things friendship?
As far as when to let go, I would say when you realize or the light bulb goes off above your head that you're the only one fighting.
My God, Lord Jesus.
You're the only one fighting. That's when you have to walk away, because it becomes toxic at that point. It's not feeding you. It's not nurturing you. It's not helping you become a better person. It's disturbing your peace. So if you're the only one fighting, it might be time to reevaluate and let it go.
Let it go.
Frozen.
If you don't, not Elsa.
Why you keep saying it like that?
Oh, you want me to say Elsie?
Please, stop it.
Not Elsie.
Stop it.
No, but yeah, no, seriously. If you, y'all, that blessed me so much. If you the only one fighting, let it go. It's not worth it, because it drains you. It's taking all your energy. And I would just say amen to that, because that's something I'm working on. Like, it'd be hard for me to let stuff go, because I want to help people. Like, I feel like I'm healing, and I want to help people heal. I want to help people grow. I want to help people evolve. And the reality is, sometimes you got to just let it go and let it be what it's going to be. Let God work it out. Like, you can't be a superwoman.
Yes, you can't save everybody.
And I'm trying, and I can't.
You trying to save someone at the expense of you. You can't save everybody.
Yeah, so that's good. That is, whew.
Stop it.
This episode just blessed me, y'all, and I'm just so thankful to my best friend. Y'all don't be looking for her. She ain't a social media type girl.
I
Okay,
won't be back.
Look, she coming back.
I won't be back.
But I know, like, usually where can we find you at, y'all? I'm not being mean by not asking her that, but she ain't into it, okay? Y'all want to know where y'all can find her? Baby, stay connected with me, and then I'm be connected with her, and then she gonna come and connect with us. But she will be back. She will be back. So we're gonna close it out. We have a Girl Just Heal mantra, and we're gonna close it out. I'm gonna say it. You don't have to repeat it, but I want you to just drop it in. Okay, so the Girl Just Heal mantra is, I accept myself for who I am. I free myself from all fear. And today, I choose to heal. And let me tell y'all already know we drop in with it. I need this mantra today. Y'all, the homegirl's been dropping it in the group. I've been seeing it plastered everywhere. So we're going to drop in together. I accept myself for who I am. I free myself from all fear. And today, I choose to heal. We're going to say it one more time, y'all. Y'all know third time's a charm. I accept myself for who I am, everything about me. I free myself from all fear. And today, at this moment, this hour, this minute, today, I choose to heal. So thank you all so much for tuning in to the Girl Just Heal podcast. I'm Neimoya Basden with my special guest, Juanita. And it has been real good having y'all here. So I will see y'all in the next episode. And until we meet again, girl, just heal. All right, homegirl, thank you for tuning in to the Girl Just Heal podcast. We want to make sure that we continue supporting you during your healing journey. So be sure to connect with us on all social media platforms at Girl Just Heal, and also join our private Girl Just Heal Facebook community so that you can continue to heal, grow, and evolve.